What's up, everybody? I cannot wait to show you guys what the progress has been. Non-stop, we've been working with this car every single day for the past week, and let me show you something real quick. Everything is actually installed, ready to go. The only thing that was keeping me back from driving it was the throttle cable had broke, and believe it or not, I bought the hybrid tuck throttle cable, but I bought the wrong one. I believe I bought it with I think it was a case swap. I mean, it should have worked, but then I think that one was made for their butterfly valve or their throttle cable valve right here, so it wasn't fitting correctly. But with this one, I got my hands on another OEM one, so we're gonna throw that on. And then it's kind of late, it's close to midnight, and so I don't know if I want to piss off the neighbors because there is no exhaust on it. It's literally dumping straight down from the turbo. And great news, the heater core or the heater hoses are actually clear from the downpipe. Let me show you. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can actually see the downpipe going there, and the heater hoses are right above it. I can still fit my finger through there, so that's good enough because the downpipe is actually still going to get heat wrapped, and then I'm still going to add reflective tape on the heater hoses. But as far as everything goes, everything is mocked up perfectly. Everything fits. I did have to modify the intercooler plumbing just a little bit. It was too sharp of an angle, so we actually had to shave it down a little bit, which sucks because I lost the bead right there. And so I'm probably gonna have to roll a bead right here. And then from the exhaust, I still have to fabricate my dump tube because my dump tube is actually from the wastegate. It doesn't mate up. Well, this kit didn't come with the wastegate dump, so then I had to fabricate my own. So we had to get this thing ready before Sunday, and today is technically Friday. It's midnight, but this car is gonna go to a good buddy of mine, Justice. He fabricated my downpipe, and we're gonna go to his shop to make sure that we can get that dump tube figured out before we start making boost or any kind of power, because obviously my dump tube just dumps straight to a bunch of stuff, my heater lines, and then my exhaust and all that important stuff back there. But other than that, I mean, we started it up, we checked for leaks, no leaks. The oil line's hooked up, the drain line's hooked up. But yeah, let's go ahead and install this throttle cable, and then I guess, I don't know, we'll see. If I have time, if I feel like being a menace today or tonight, then maybe we'll take it outside and go for a quick drive. But I can't wait, man. This thing is ready to go. There's only a couple things we need to do left. We still have to get the bungs welded onto the valve cover and then into my catch can right there. But other than that, everything fits really nicely. I got the tile blow-off valve connected or hooked up, and so far so good. No leaks. We bled the coolant system. We burped it, and then yeah. All right, so the phone is dead. We're actually going to use the GoPro from now on. So we are in the middle of mocking up. We are actually going to hook up this OEM throttle cable back onto the car. I do have this little billet mount, which is kind of a nice touch to it. It's already tucked. I tucked it the best I can to get it hidden, but I mean, what can you do? It's an OEM cable, super long. So let me get to it. All right, so we got the throttle cable installed. That's how it looks. So we got that installed. There's a little bit of slack, but let me check the K-Pro, see if everything is up to, I don't even know if let me just see. Let me see if I can check it for you. All right, let's see if I can do this quick before my shit dies. So I'm at 100. There you go. Good. Oh yeah, I know that took a lot of juice. So my fill pump, the way that it's wired, I actually have the positive hooked up to one of the fuses. It's like an added circuit or added fuse, and so I connected it to a 12 volt. So whenever the key is turned on, it's always going to have 12 volts feeding to the fill pump, and it doesn't have the OEM logic where I use a signal and it uses and it turns off the fill pump after 2 seconds, and then it starts up and again when you crank the car or when you turn it on. So it's always going to be on, so tuning it's going to be kind of annoying. especially when you got to turn the car off and leave it to the on position so the capo can read. But other than that, I mean, she's ready to fire up and go, but don't know if I'm going to do that today or tonight, just because I'm not trying to be a menace, and it is kind of late. What time is it right now? 1:02 in the morning, so not sure if I want to do that on a Thursday or Friday morning, so we might wait till the daytime in order to get this thing going, because this thing is super loud, like I said, without the exhaust on. But that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys back up in the morning or when the sun rises, and then we'll get this thing on the road. Alright, it is a new day. The sun's out. You know what that means. So I actually went ahead and cleaned up the engine bay just a little bit, you know, make it look presentable. Other than that, we're gonna get a cold start and then take it for our first drive. It is kind of early still, so whoever's still sleeping in, I apologize. Dang, dude, it's been so long since she's been outside. She looks good in the sun, man. Hell yeah. Alright, cold start, here we go. Fuel pump's on. It's been idling for a little bit. I'm gonna back the car up a little bit just to see if there was any leaks. All right, moment of truth, guys. Come on. Oh, no leaks. I don't know what that is. That's not for me, is it? Nope. We are chilling. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved, man. This thing has been nonstop, and you know, it's crazy. We're not even done yet. So the next video, I'll be taking you guys to Jess's shop, and then we're gonna fabricate the dump tube, so stay tuned. All right, first drive, let's get it. The AFRs are looking a little rich. We're sitting at 11.8, 11.7 just on idling, so I mean, we'll take a look at that once we get there, but let's go for this drive, man. I'm excited. See how she does. She is moving under its own power. This car is finally boosted. Let's go. Like 1 PSI, 2 PSI, 2 pounds of boost right there, just a little bit. AFRs are all over the place, so gotta make sure we get that too. But like I said, we're not done yet. We still got a couple things we need to do. We need to install the electronic boost controller. We still have to fabricate my dump tube from the wastegate, and then we can start making more power. And then we start making some jam, you know, doing some wide open throttle pulls. But and as far as everything goes, everything's working pretty good. I don't feel any weirdness accusations or any weird issues with the car yet. So, all right, we made it to Justice shop. So a couple of things already. When I dumped the exhaust, because I cut it, it melted a little bit of my motor mount bushing. So we're gonna replace that anyway. We're gonna go to 78 instead of 62, because right now it's just 62. Justice is over there mocking stuff up and making stuff fit. So this is it. This is the last piece, and then we'll get it going. Is your car gonna start running, dog?
It's not. Almost.
So we were test fitting a bunch of these wastegate dumps, and this one has a 45. The other one's a straight. So far the downpipe clears the heater hoses, so we're still looking good on that. And I think what we're gonna do with the wastegate dump, we're shortening it. We're shortening the dump, and then we're gonna go right down there. There's a hole right there, and then everything is still gonna get heat wrapped and reflective tape and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna update you when we finish up. Well, we got it. Now we're just gonna mock everything up. We're gonna weld the last piece, and then for the wastegate dump, and then test fit it once more, and then we can focus on the downpipe. And then once we drive it home, I get the honors of taking everything apart and doing it all over again, because I still gotta wrap my manifold, my dump tube, and my exhaust dump. So, more on and off stuff. It is the next day, and we got the wastegate dump all fabricated and good to go. Now, I didn't film too much over there at Justice's shop, but it's alright, because you guys get to see me take this whole thing apart again, so that way I can heat wrap everything. So, I already got the heat wrap ready to go. And then I will do that in the next video to show you guys how I do it. But other than that, it's a wrap. I'll see you guys.